When I went to see Jagga Jasoos, I was expecting a riveting detective story. Jagga Jasoos is publicized as a film of a son in search of his father. Very interesting. Director is Anurag Basu, produced by Disney and Heroes. Great entertainment.
For me, Jagga Jasoos is an extremely confused story, and Anurag, I think, has been extremely indulgent within this film. Though the locations are interesting, the entire film is very random and disjointed. You start from a school, then you go into a field, then you go into locations in Manipur, and then you go into Africa. So you don't know exactly what is happening because you're running between three storylines.
Jagga Jasoos is a surprise package. Why is it a surprise package? Did you know Jagga Jasoos is a musical?
This film breaks out into a musical spurt every 30 seconds to a minute, which is very, very strenuous on you because neither are the words always articulated. Sometimes it's just sound and sometimes it's gibberish. But a song every minute or 5 minutes becomes too much. This film has not been positioned as a musical. So when you go into the film, you don't expect so much music to come and hit you.
There is an interesting reason why this film is a musical. Jagga, played by Ranbir Kapoor superbly, actually stammers from childhood. And the only way he can overcome stammering is by singing. His father taught him that. Remember that outstanding film, The King's Speech, in which the king stammers, cannot deliver his speech, and the person who teaches him finds that he can only speak properly if he swears in between or sets his words to music.
बगीचे में कुछ फूल देर से खिलते हैं मेरे वर्ड्स भी सो के निकलते हैं.
Yes, it's an interesting premise that a boy who stammers is not going to be able to stammer or will not stammer when he sings this thing. It's a very interesting concept. And Ranbir has had a speech impediment in a film that Anurag himself has made, which is Barfi. But it had a sensitive storyline. It had a beautiful length and breadth of it. This film, I'm confused because I don't know what I'm supposed to concentrate on. And I feel that is the reason it failed, because it failed to communicate.
Too much style detracts from the essence of the story.
This film has a very strong and intelligent cast. Actors like Ranbir, who have proven their mantle over and over again over a series of films that they have done, are not able to hold you. Because at the end of the day, the stammering and the musical element in Ranbir's speech kind of got to you after about the first 15 minutes of the film. You were wanting him to then get to a point where the storyline moved. It moved back and forth between him stammering, him trying to find his father.
All the actors are excellent. Ranbir Kapoor is top class. And I might say in some of the songs is even sexier than Katrina Kaif, which is saying something. Katrina is competent. Saurabh Shukla is outstanding, inventive and convincing. A pleasure to watch. The film as a whole, visually, is a feast for the senses. But the problem is that the story is diffused, and by the time you actually get to the story, a lot of the film is already past.
The film is very, very random and disjointed. So you have a storyline which is Jagga Jasoos being created as a character, as a detective, and we're trying to prove that he's real. You have an entire storyline of an arms deal which has taken place, and you're trying to figure out who these dealers are and how these arms are being brought into the country. And you have an entire storyline of a Ranbir who believes that his father is alive and he's on a quest to go out and find him. I, as an adult, found it extremely difficult to keep up with the storyline, especially when after every 5 minutes there is a song.
So there are 3 songs which are really nice, 4 of them perhaps. One of them is Kha Pee Ke Chale Gaye. It's a great song. It's a very nice philosophy. It's pop philosophy, if you feel like. It doesn't tell you much more about the film, but it gives you the ethos of the artistic oeuvre that this film is bringing to the table. Then that song, Dil Ullu Ka Pattha Hai, superbly assimilated and integrated into the Mombasa African landscape. These are amazing songs, even if they don't necessarily carry the story forward as much as you would have hoped them to. But they are very nice in terms of music and cinema and choreography. But then they are standalones. They're not contributing necessarily to the flow of the story of the film. And that's, according to me, the problem that the audience might face.
I would just like to know, what did the director think is the TG or the audience of this film? Because it's a very strange sort of scenario. It's a Disney film which should have been skewed to children. But as an adult, I found the story extremely random and I found it very confusing.
So my friends, I give this film 3 marks out of 5 for the inventiveness that it has, for the elements of musical narrative that it has brought into the story. To my mind, if it was promoted as a musical, it would have been wonderful. To my mind, if the stammering part of it, which is a musical part of it, was retained and the rest of it was that fast-moving, fast-paced detective story, I would probably give it 5 out of 5. But then, that is a speculation. The film, as you see it, is a musical film.
For me, the review on this film is very, very simple. The more I watched the film, the more confused I got. The more confused I got, the more clearer I got about how much I'm going to review this film. For me, the review of Jagga Jasoos is 1. And I'm being indulgent here, exactly how Anurag Basu was in this film. Please come back next week, because we will always be here waiting for you to review and involve you in 2 Tickets Please.
2 Tickets Please will be back with another film with an honest review. And so, if you want to hear honest reviews, please subscribe to our channel, 2 Tickets Please. See you again next week.